please make sure you've got a pen and paper with you to take notes. Remember, you can listen again if you need to. There will be places where you're asked to pause and complete an activity. Make sure you take pictures of your work to send in to your teacher at the end of the lesson, please. Here's your starter questions. If you can pause the video here, have a go at your starter questions, and then press play when you're ready to check those answers. Let's have a look at the answers then. So first of all, what is the probability of picking an even number? You could have written your answer as a fraction, decimal or percentage, but the easiest one to use is a fraction. So how many numbers are even? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So the numerator is 4 out of 7. So 4 out of 7 is your answer. Core knowledge 1. It's either going to rain or not rain. They're what we call mutually exclusive. They need to add up to a whole probability, so they've got to add up to 7 out of 7. So if the probability of it raining is 4 over 7, the probability of it not raining is 3 over 7. Some previous knowledge on the bottom two then. Calculating the mean, we're going to add them all up and divide by 6 to get the mean as 9.5. And to solve this one, we're going to do the inverse operation. So we're going to subtract 2 from the minus 4, so 3x equals minus 6, and divide by 3 to get x equals minus 2. Today's title is Frequency Trees. If you could write the title, please. So number of careers will use probability. So the weather forecaster will use it to predict weather patterns and the probability of them following the same weather patterns. And then anything in the financial region, they will take into consideration the probability of an investment being good. Okay, so there will be risks as to whether they want to put their money into certain companies. Right, so frequency trees are used to organise populations. So we've got a small one here. We've got 20 students were asked about whether they had a pet. We want to answer the question of how many female students had no pet. So we could go through this list of 20 data and we could total it up. Okay, but could you imagine if this was a list of 2,000 pieces of data? We need something that's easier to read, okay, which is why we use frequency trees. So we're going to use this 20 pieces of data and we're going to break it down into a frequency tree. Okay, so we've got the same piece of information here. So there were 20 students were surveyed about whether they had a pet. There were 8 male and 12 female students. 6 male students had a pet. 7 female students had a pet. How many female students didn't have a pet? Right, so first of all, you always start with a starting population. That's how many people there are or things there are all together. And then we have a look what we can split these branches into. So our branches, our population, everybody surveyed were either male or female. And we've got some information about the numbers that go with those. So we know that there was 8 male and 12 female. Okay, and they were asked whether they had a pet, and they either did or they didn't have a pet. Okay, so 6 male students had a pet. So this number here is whatever we add to the 6 to make it up to 8. So that means that 2 male students didn't have a pet. And we do the same with the female. So they either had a pet or they didn't have a pet. We were told that 6 female students had a pet. So this number here is whatever adds to 7 to make it up to 12, which is 5. And the question was, how many female students didn't have a pet? And we can see now that the answer would be 5. So this is a frequency tree. Okay, breaks the population down using branches. Okay, so we can read the information quickly. The ends will still add up to 20. So 6 add 2 add 7 and 5 will add up to 20. 8 and 12 add up to 20. We can't lose people as we go along. I'm going to do one more together. So 30 students were surveyed about their hair. There were 40 male students and 16 female students. 8 male students had blonde hair. 9 female students had blonde hair. How many male students didn't have blonde hair? So first of all, we can see the starting population was 30. There was 30 people surveyed. Okay, all people surveyed were either male or female, and they were only bothered whether they had blonde hair or not blonde hair. So we're splitting it into male or female. We had 14 male students and 16 female students. We had 8 male students who had blonde hair. And this number here is whatever we add to 8 to make it up to 14. So it's 6. And we've got 9 female students who had blonde hair. So this number is whatever we add to 9 to make it up to 16. Question, how many male students didn't have blonde hair? So male with not blonde hair is 6. So we follow the branches male, not blonde. Here's one I'd like you to have a go at, please. There's 2 questions to consider. Okay, what are your branches going to be broken down into? And what are they actually asking for as the final answer? So can you pause it? Can you have a go at the question? And then press play when you're ready to check that answer. Okay, let's have a look at how we got on then. So we're bothered about whether they studied geography or art. So there's not male or female for this one. They either studied geography or art. That's what we're asking. So first of all, they either studied geography or they didn't study geography. And we know that of the 50 people who were surveyed, 21 studied geography, which means 29 didn't. Okay, so 15 students studied geography and art. So they studied geography, then art. So this is whatever we add to 15 to make it up to 21. And then 19 students didn't study geography or art, so not geography, not art is 19. This is whatever we add to 19 to make it up to 29. And the question is, how many students only studied art? So only art is not geography and just art. So the answer is 10. Okay, another one for you to have a go at, please. Could you pause the video, have a go at working it out, and press play when you're ready to work through it. Let's see how you got on. So 100 people surveyed. Again, they were male and female, and they either studied drama or they didn't study drama. So this is the scaffolding. We can see there was 27 male students that studied drama, so male and drama. 47 students in total studied drama. So if we know 27 were male that studied drama, whatever we add to 27 to make it up to 47 needs to be in here. And then there were 55 females. So now we've got everything we need to fill in the rest. So what do you add to 55 to make it up to 100? 45 male. What do we add to 27 to make it up to 45? So there's 18 male that don't do drama. And what do we add to 20 to make it up to 55? 35. So that means there's 35 that female that don't do drama. How many male students didn't study drama? So male, not drama, is 18. If you pick a random student, what is the probability that they are female student who doesn't study drama? So probability, we're going to write it as a fraction, decimal or percentage. Fraction is slightly easier. So what's the probability that they are female student who doesn't study drama? Okay, so female, not drama, is 35 out of the whole population, which is 100. So 35 over 100. So as percentage, 35%, or as a decimal, 0.35. Here are some questions that I would like you to have a go at. Can you pause the video here, work through these, and then press play when you're ready to check your answers. This should take you at least 10 to 15 minutes. Please mark your work and see how you got on with those. Right, a couple of GCSE questions then, just to apply that knowledge along with some previous knowledge. So GCSE, you're likely to have to use frequency trees along with fractions and percentages and ratios. So can you pause the video, have a go at this one, and then press play when you're ready to work through it. Let's have a look at the answer then. So first of all, you needed to have labelled up your branches with yes or no, because they answered yes, and then they answered yes or no to drinking more than 2 a day. So you can see we've got to do 3/10 in the yes, so we're doing divide by the bottom to get 60 times by 3 to get 180 to say yes. So this is whatever we add to 180 to make it up to 600. Then we need to split our 180 because 40% of the students who say yes, they also drink more than 2 a day. So we need to do 40% of 180. So we find 10%, which is 18, and we times it by 4 to get 72. And this is whatever you add to 72 to make it up to 180. Part B, what fraction of the 600 students drink 2 or more sodas a day? So we've got 72 do drink 2 or more a day out of 600, and then we need to cancel all the way down to get 3 over 25. One more for you to have a go at, please. Could you pause the video here, have a go at working out, and then press play when you're ready to work through the answers. Let's have a look at the solution for this one then. So first of all, we've got to find the total population by adding the men and the women together to get 90. There are 30 of these people that do have a voucher, so 30 do. 4 times as many women as men do not have a voucher. So in the not voucher, we know this number is 4 times this number. So we can use ratios. That's 4 to 1. So 4 times something, add 1 lot of something. That means we've got 5 lots of it. So 5x needs to equal 60 because that's what we had to 30 to make it up to 90. 1 lot of it is 12, which means 4 lots of it is 48. Then we can work at the top one, saying there was 34 men to start with. So 34, take away these 12 men, leaves you 22 men up here. 56 women, so 56 women taking these 48 women means there's 8 women here. Part B, so the voucher takes 35% off the bill after using the voucher. The bill for the meal was £28.60. How much was the bill before? So we need to do the whole price times 0.65 because that's 35% from 100% gives you 65%. 65% is a decimal multiplier of 0.65. So the old price times 0.65 would have been £28.60. We need to do the reverse of that, so we need to divide by 0.65. So the old price would have been £44. That was the end of the lesson. Can you red, amber, green your title? And can you send your copy of your work to your teacher, please? Thank you.